Welcome to another episode of Overstating the Obvious with yours truly, Outlaw of TEXITcoin TV. All right, let's dive into Whitney Webb. These are quotes and excerpts from her book, One Nation Under Blackmail. Sexual blackmail. Roy Cohn used sexual blackmail to control politicians, businessmen, and celebrities. So here we go. Ready? Strap yourselves in. The Epstein-Maxwell legacy. Jeffrey Epstein was far from an anomaly. Rather, he was part of an intelligence-linked sexual blackmail apparatus with deep historical roots. That's a Whitney Webb quote. Key theme, Webb exposes Epstein not as a lone wolf creep, but as a node in a network stretching back to Roy Cohn, Meyer Lansky, and Mossad's honey trap operations. The real purpose of sexual blackmail, it's all about leverage, creating a secret ruling class that can be controlled or destroyed at will. Quotations, that's Whitney Webb. She connects this directly to the control files used by the FBI, CIA, foreign intelligence for decades. Media, mega donors, and the hidden hand. Another quote from Whitney Webb. American media moguls and financiers have long laundered intelligence operations through foundations and think tanks. She exposes the Maxwell family's ties to British and Israeli intelligence and how compromised billionaires protect each other through donations, foundations, and fake philanthropy. Roy Cohn's dirt file machine. Roy Cohn used sexual blackmail to control politicians, businessmen, and celebrities. That's her quote. She breaks down how Cohn, Trump's mentor, was central to compromising powerful men with underage boys at parties in New York City and D.C. Leslie Wexner, the sugar daddy puppet. Wexner, who gave Epstein a fortune and power of attorney, has never been properly investigated. Well, let's do it here. Stay tuned, stay with me, and I'm going to deep dive all of this. Keep it short, simple, and sweet. She digs into how Wexner's ties are organized crime, mega mall real estate, and the CIA's Columbus, Ohio ties connect back to the same spider web. Reagan, Bush, Clinton, same old swamp. The same covert networks that trafficked arms and drugs under Reagan, Bush, and Clinton later reemerged around Epstein. There's your list. Webb shows how the Iran-Contra crew, BCCI Bank, and the same shady operatives kept popping up, laundering dirty money and gathering blackmail material on both sides of the aisle. For example, the Promise software scandal, one of the greatest espionage coups of the 20th century. The Promise software was sold with back doors to spy on governments worldwide. That's a Whitney Webb quote. Webb ties Epstein to the Promise scandal via shady arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi and Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine's dad. The tech became a Trojan horse for intelligence gathering. So here we go. The horrible news that nobody wants to actually tie all this together. Meyer Lansky, mob, and Mossad. The so-called mafia and the national security state have always worked hand in glove. Example, Webb details how Lansky, the mob's financial mastermind, built ties with the U.S. and Israeli intelligence, laundering money and arranging compromising situations for blackmail leverage. So there it is, the so-called mafia, Meyer Lansky, the guy that really ruled the world in his time. They all gave, he was the master puppet. You couldn't fight wars without Meyer Lansky and the so-called mafia. So that's the trick. The trick that they all pulled on us is to say that the mafia has all this power and everything. No, the mafia has always been empowered as a front by these people, these bankers, the Mossad. It's the freaking Mossad. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Whitney Webb. Let's do it again soon.